The camera zooms in on a serene beach, palm trees swaying gently. But something is amiss. The waves, once pristine, now wash up a tide of plastic waste. Bottles, bags, fragments, a stark reminder of humanity's impact. Plastic revolutionized the modern world, but today it's causing one of the biggest environmental crises. Join me as we delve into the shocking truth about plastic pollution and what we can do to turn the tide.
Our story begins in the early 20th century, a time of rapid industrialization and scientific discovery. Cities were bustling with innovation, and new materials were being developed to meet the demands of a modernizing world. Among the pioneers of this era was Leo Bakelite, a Belgian chemist who would change the world forever. In 1907, he patented Bakelite, the world's first fully synthetic plastic. This groundbreaking invention was not just a scientific marvel, it was a harbinger of a new age. Bakelite was moldable, durable, and inexpensive, making it an ideal material for a wide range of applications. From electrical insulators to household items, Bakelite's versatility was unmatched. Factories began mass-producing Bakelite products, and soon, this wonder material was everywhere. As the years went by, plastic quickly infiltrated every aspect of our lives. By the 1940s, it was hard to find a household that didn't have plastic items. From kitchenware to toys, plastic became synonymous with modern living. The Second World War further fueled the plastic boom. With traditional materials like metal and rubber in short supply, plastic became an invaluable resource. Factories shifted their focus to produce plastic items for the war effort, from military equipment to everyday essentials for soldiers. Wartime rationing and the need for durable, lightweight materials made plastic indispensable. Soldiers relied on plastic gear, and the home front saw an increase in plastic substitutes for everyday items. This period cemented plastic's role in society. When the war ended, the demand for plastic only intensified. The post-war economic boom led to a surge in consumer goods, many of which were made of plastic. The material's affordability and versatility made it a staple in households across the globe. The 1950s ushered in the era of consumerism, with single-use packaging becoming the norm. Supermarkets were filled with plastic-wrapped products, and advertisements touted the convenience and modernity of plastic. Housewives embraced plastic for its ease of use and low cost. However, this miraculous material, designed to last, soon revealed its darker side. Plastic waste began to accumulate in the environment, becoming a persistent pollutant. Vintage plastic bags and bottles, once symbols of progress, now littered landscapes and waterways. Join me as we explore the true cost of our plastic dependence and discover the solutions within our grasp. From community cleanup efforts to innovative recycling technologies, we'll delve into how we can mitigate the impact of plastic and create a more sustainable future.
The true scale of plastic pollution is staggering. Our planet is drowning in plastic waste, and the problem is only getting worse. From the highest mountains to the deepest oceans, plastic is everywhere. Since the 1950s, plastic production has skyrocketed. What started as a revolutionary material has now become a global crisis. Factories churn out millions of tons of plastic every year, with little regard for the environmental consequences. Every year, an estimated 12 million tons of plastic find their way into our oceans. This plastic waste doesn't just disappear, it accumulates, creating massive garbage patches and polluting marine ecosystems. This plastic waste fragments into smaller pieces, forming a plastic soup. These tiny particles, known as microplastics, are now pervasive in our oceans, affecting marine life at every level of the food chain. From the sunlit surface to the deepest ocean trenches, plastic is now ubiquitous. It has infiltrated every corner of our marine environment, from coral reefs to the ocean floor, disrupting delicate ecosystems. It entangles marine life, causing injury and death. Fish, birds, and mammals are all affected, often with tragic outcomes. The sight of a turtle caught in a plastic net or a bird with a stomach full of plastic is heartbreaking. Sea turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish, with fatal consequences. These gentle creatures ingest plastic, leading to blockages, malnutrition, and often death. The impact on sea turtle populations is devastating. Microplastics, tiny fragments, are now found globally, contaminating seafood and drinking water. These particles are ingested by marine organisms and make their way up the food chain, ultimately reaching humans. The long-term consequences for human health remain largely unknown. Scientists are only beginning to understand the potential impacts of microplastics on our bodies. The presence of these particles in our food and water is a cause for concern. The potential for harm is undeniable. As we continue to produce and dispose of plastic at an alarming rate, the need for action becomes more urgent. We must find sustainable solutions to reduce plastic pollution and protect our planet for future generations. Plastic pollution disrupts entire ecosystems. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, are particularly vulnerable. Plastic debris can smother corals and block sunlight. Mangrove forests, critical nurseries for marine species, are also under threat. Plastic waste accumulates among their roots, suffocating young fish. These coastal forests act as natural buffers against storms and erosion. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a stark reminder of our impact. Plastic waste clogs drainage systems, exacerbating flooding in urban areas. It leaches harmful chemicals into the soil, contaminating crops and groundwater. The environmental impact of plastic pollution is closely linked to climate change. The production of plastic requires vast amounts of fossil fuels, releasing harmful greenhouse gases. As plastic waste accumulates in landfills, it decomposes very slowly, releasing methane. Rising sea levels push plastic debris further inland, contaminating fragile ecosystems. More frequent storms wash vast quantities of plastic waste into our oceans. Addressing plastic pollution is about safeguarding the overall health of our planet.
Only 9% of all the plastic ever produced has been recycled. This means that the vast majority of plastic ends up in landfills, incinerators, or worse, in our natural environment. The sheer volume of plastic waste is staggering, and it continues to grow every day. Every minute, a garbage truck full of plastic is dumped into our oceans. This relentless flow of plastic waste into marine ecosystems is causing untold damage to marine life and habitats. The plastic waste breaks down into microplastics, which are ingested by marine animals, entering the food chain and ultimately affecting human health. Up to 95% of the plastic polluting our oceans is carried by just 10 rivers. These rivers, primarily located in Asia and Africa, act as major conduits for plastic waste, transporting it from inland areas to the sea. Efforts to clean up these rivers and prevent plastic from entering them are crucial in tackling the ocean plastic crisis. By 2050, there could be more plastic in the ocean than fish, by weight. This alarming projection highlights the urgent need for action to reduce plastic production and improve waste management practices. The impact on marine biodiversity could be catastrophic, with many species facing the threat of extinction due to plastic pollution. We are on the brink of creating a legacy of plastic pollution. If current trends continue, future generations will inherit a planet overwhelmed by plastic waste. The environmental, economic, and health consequences of this legacy are profound and far-reaching. But awareness of the plastic problem is growing. More and more people are recognizing the severity of the issue and are taking steps to address it. Community cleanups, educational campaigns, and grassroots activism are playing a vital role in raising awareness and driving change. A global movement for change is emerging. From local initiatives to international agreements, efforts to combat plastic pollution are gaining momentum. Governments, businesses, and individuals are coming together to find innovative solutions and implement policies that reduce plastic waste. From individuals reducing their plastic consumption to governments implementing bans on single-use plastics. Simple actions like using reusable bags, bottles, and containers can make a significant difference. Policy changes, such as banning plastic straws and bags, are also crucial in reducing the amount of plastic waste generated. The tide is slowly turning. While the challenge is immense, the collective efforts of individuals, communities, and nations are beginning to make an impact. Cleaner beaches, healthier oceans, and a reduction in plastic waste are achievable goals if we continue to work together and stay committed to the cause.
The dangers of plastic pollution extend beyond visible blight. Hidden within everyday items are chemicals that can leach out into the environment. Bisphenol A, or BPA, is a common component of plastic food containers. This endocrine disruptor has been linked to health problems. Phthalates, used to make plastic more flexible, can interfere with hormone function. Microplastics pose another insidious threat, found in drinking water and seafood. The long-term health effects of microplastic ingestion are still being studied. These tiny particles can accumulate in our organs and tissues.
We are not beholden to plastic. Sustainable and innovative alternatives are emerging. From reusable shopping bags to biodegradable packaging, the choices are growing. In our kitchens, we can swap plastic food storage containers for glass or stainless steel. When on the go, choose reusable coffee cups and water bottles. Many cafes offer discounts for customers who bring their own cups. In our bathrooms, ditch single-use plastic razors and toothbrushes for durable alternatives. Opt for brands that use minimal packaging or offer refillable options.
The fight against plastic pollution is a collective responsibility. The choices we make every day have the power to create a ripple effect. Start by reducing your reliance on single-use plastics. Refuse plastic straws, cutlery, and bags whenever possible. Carry a reusable water bottle and coffee cup. Choose products with minimal packaging. Support businesses committed to sustainability. Choose restaurants that use biodegradable takeout containers. Educate yourself and others about the plastic problem. Start conversations about plastic pollution and inspire others to make sustainable choices.
Imagine a world where plastic pollution is a distant memory, a thing of the past. This is the future we must strive for, together as a global community. It will require a fundamental shift in our relationship with plastic and our daily habits. Embrace the principles of reduce, reuse, and recycle in every aspect of life. Governments must enact legislation that incentivizes sustainable practices and green innovations. Bans on single-use plastics and investments in recycling infrastructure are essential steps. Ultimately, the fight against plastic pollution will be won or lost at the individual level in our homes and communities.
Our planet, a blue oasis in space, is a testament to the interconnectedness of all living things. The plastic pollution crisis is a stark reminder that our actions have far-reaching consequences, but it also offers a glimmer of hope. Within this crisis lies an opportunity for collective action. Join the fight against plastic pollution, reduce your plastic consumption and opt for sustainable alternatives. Together, we can turn the tide on plastic pollution. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe for more content on how we can protect our planet.